Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Sorry I didn't make one last night. I wasn't feeling very good. Still trying to get back to 100% here myself. But let's take a look at what we saw today. So looking at this is SPY's daily chart right now. You can see we had the channel that was going up, which was about here, and then we finally broke down. So now we're actually in a downward channel, and we do have a nice like carrot top going right here. However, we are looking to break through that resistance tomorrow. Which would put us back to the thesis that I started the week with on Friday, that we would see a double top before we see the full downside. I suspected a retest of this highs up in the 429s before we would see actual like 400, and it seems like that's about to play out. So overall, the most important thing that happened today was that after spending 3 days in this below this 417 level, 417.4 level, we finally not only broke through it, but we closed well above it. So we made big bull progress today. We closed above the daily 200 EMA, the daily 8 EMA, and we closed above this 418.8 support, or it was average resistance, not support. So that puts us back in the 417.5 to 429.7 range. So that's what we need to be watching now. So now we play level to level, keep it simple. We broke in, we should expect a retest of the highs. Key support is this recovery line right here. Tomorrow is going to be 416.7, but most important support is going to be 417.5, that channel right there, and then also the 200 EMA at 417.8. Important resistance, which we should open over most likely, is 418.8. 420, and then the gap fill right here at 421.22. From there, Jay Powell's speaking tomorrow, so it can get pretty wild on a day that he speaks. I mean, it's not uncommon for us just to shoot up and never look back. So there's a good chance we could see a pretty big, 2% day, 2.5% day, which we could get up into this 428 to 430 range. I don't expect us to break 430s tomorrow. That would be a pretty crazy day. But that's kind of where I'm at. Futures, so you can see where we got the continuation. We have this downward channel. There was the upward ones. Here's our support recovery. So for futures, main support is right here at 41.72 pretty much. But most important that it needs to hold is 41.83, and then that daily 200 at 41.86. From there, it just needs to break through 42.10. That's the key resistance to get through. And then from there, it'll test this bull channel at 42.22. And then it'll be looking to retest eventually 42.80, and maybe even finally test the actual bear market resistance at 43.10. I guess tomorrow, sorry. Tomorrow's it'd be at, 43.10 still. A retest of 43.10 would be interesting if that was to happen tomorrow, as we didn't test it the first time through. A test and a rejection would pretty much lock in my opinion, a downside for next week. Looking at Apple, so this is the same channel. Theirs is a lot more skinny though. I was saying it earlier this week, but Apple really has been minimal in its moves. It hasn't really been moving the way that it used to, in like the intensity of it. So either way, this channel is much smaller, but it broke through it today, which means that SPY and futures should also break through theirs. So I'll be looking to hold recovery support at 170, and from there it needs a gap fill right here at 171.3, and then it should close over 171.6. The VIX finally is going to fill the gap tomorrow. It looks like gap is at 21.27. We own about 50 cents from it right now, 60 cents from it right now. So it started trying to break out, and I was saying that this 24.4 level was a key level that it needed to actually break out and close over, and continued into the 25s before I would actually consider that the top was in, that we were going to just see downside. And as you can see, when I talked about the gap was going to fill, it looks like it'll fill tomorrow. So key support will be down here at 21.3, but most importantly is down at 19.7. Bitcoin, it tried to break out over 21.5, and it really is. But we can see here we keep rejecting the daily 8 EMA. So until this daily 8 EMA is broken and we start closing in the 20 EMA up in the 22s, I'm still more or less bearish on Bitcoin. And you can see where our trend line down is here. If you zoom out, this is the overall downward channel. That's quite quite a few months old back from March. So you can see it's just a massive falling wedge that we're in. So those are the main levels that I'm watching right now. So this is what I think is going to happen tomorrow. Most likely, anytime Jay Powell speaks, because he has the Jackson Hole tomorrow, usually it's a really big green day. Anytime he's testified or FOMOC, anything like that, FOMOC minutes, everything that's with Jay Powell, the money printer's on. So what I'm expecting is a pretty green day. We'll break through this level, and I think we're going to get somewhere up in here. It'd be a really, really impressive day, but to get up all the way to 429, which is the resistance right there, it would be a 3% day. So, oops, that's not right. I hit the wrong button there. A 2.3% day. So it's very much so possible that we could see this bear market resistance. If tomorrow we touch bear market resistance at 429.36 and we reject, or if we touch 429.7 and reject and close back down in this 428s region, I will look for some 30 DTE puts tomorrow to open. However, if anything but a big green day happens, or if we close over 429.8, I will not open puts. The reason because if we close up in here, then there's a really big case to be made that this falling wedge right here, or rising wedge right here, is going to play out, and we're going to see 440s to 460s. And I'm not going to be the one holding puts when we go on the next big bull run, because we still have about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before CPI and 3 weeks till FOMOC happens, and the markets could still rally. Markets right now are still pretty bullish. So if we happen to have a big red day tomorrow because of Jay Powell and he happens to go super hawkish and the market actually listens, then I will probably not play puts long term, just because I'd want to see how the markets hold on to that news next week. But that's kind of where I'm at. If we were to close back below 417.4 though tomorrow, I might consider like a 7 or 14 DTE put with the intentions of revisiting 405 next week. But that's kind of where I'm at and what I'm kind of anticipating. So, all right, you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you for tuning into this video. If you like the video, go ahead and like and follow me just to support the page. I provided my Discord link here. This is the lifetime link, so sometimes there's issues with this. If you have any issues, just go ahead and send me a message and I'll get you a temporary link that'll work. Some benefits of the Discord is I do a pre-market update with some key support and resistance levels to watch. Throughout the day, I'm on there doing live commentary on SPY and the general market with updates about key levels that are broken. I also do live trade alerts. Currently, it's $20 per month or $228 for the year. If you want to follow me, I'm on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Reddit under Daddy Dersh. Thank you.